Thanks for having me. My name again is Aundrea Wilcox. I'm the Executive Director at KOSBE in Kingsport, and as you know, Congressman, Kingsport is a different place. And so what I'd like to do today is talk about my experience in Kingsport, and it may be certainly a different experience for others in the same position. As was mentioned earlier, we are engaged in helping our clients write their business plans, find capital for their business, find a location for their business. So the mission of KOSBE is to not only help them start up, so it's not just for startups, but also for existing businesses, seasoned businesses as well. KOSBE is a partnership between the City of Kingsport and the Kingsport Area Chamber of Commerce. And KOSBE has actually been around out there since 2004. I joined KOSBE in 2006 and been having a good time. There's a lot to do. So we already know what the statistics are, you know, for the contracting and small business. So again, I just want to share with you my experience with SBA and also some of the service providers that have helped me help my clients with the government contracting. In preparation for this visit, I did look at the CCR database and found actually that there are 95 companies in Kingsport, Tennessee that are registered in the CCR that are active. And of those active registrants, 14 of them were clients that I've actually dealt with. I felt that it was important to look at the different certification programs that SBA has in place and just do a quick analysis to see what had been done in our part of the woods. And as far as SBA small disadvantaged business being certified, such as that, there were none of the 95 were actually certified SBA businesses. 12 of those were veteran-owned businesses in the system, and of those 12, 3 of them were KOSBE clients. Many of the clients that had registered in the CCR and went a bit further than just the step 1 in the CCR, they had to have additional help. And so what I'm trying to say here is that most small businesses, in my experiences, most of the clients that I've dealt with find the system a little complicated for them, a little complex, and they are easily overwhelmed. But it's not a difficult process. I think that the steps are there. You know, there's a system in place, and we just need to follow through with our clients and get them through the process, because the process, there is a system in place. The relationship with SBA is a new relationship. We recently, on March 28th, signed a strategic alliance with SBA, and our mayor, Dennis Phillips, Miles Burdine, the president and CEO of the Kingsport Chamber of Commerce, myself, and Clint Smith, who is the district director at SBA, did sign a SAM agreement, a strategic alliance, so that we could look at ways to collaborate, share information, and help our clients in a greater way by having the partnership. Now, the partnership would not have been possible so soon without the help from Bureau, the state of Tennessee. Ronald Wade is the East Tennessee Bureau specialist, and he has introduced me to a number of folks and made KOSBE's success possible, made it possible for us to forge the relationship with SBA and get the additional help and resources for our clients. He's also introduced me to the lending specialist, Maria Lloyd at SBA, TDOT contract administrator, Carol Crawley at SBA. They came to Kingsport in 2007 and put on a SBA certification workshop, which was very well attended. And we did have a lot of participation from the region, so it was not just the Kingsport area. This type of workshop and this type of help coming to Kingsport was a draw for KOSBE. And whenever we do an event with SBA, we get that type of draw, because there's a need for education on the part of the small business, and also on my part, on the part of the technical service provider. I feel like the more information that is made available to us, of course, the better we are able to help our clients. Mr. Wade also introduced me to Mr. Paul Middlebrooks, who is the Procurement Technical Assistance Center, and they're actually in Chattanooga, and that's a bit far. The Women's Business Center is also in Chattanooga, and that's a bit far. And unfortunately, we do not have a SCORE chapter that is existing in Kingsport, but despite all of that, Mr. Wade, through introducing me to the various persons that I mentioned earlier, made it possible for us to make it happen in Kingsport and get our clients the help that they're needing in the contracting. The biggest area that I feel that SBA could help us and continue to concentrate and must work on is just the face-to-face. You know, getting out there, coming out to Kingsport and training the customer or the client, and also training the technical service provider. That has been happening in Kingsport. As I said earlier, Kingsport's a different place. We've had a lot of contact with SBA, and we've been able to work with them and help our clients get a step further ahead. But what I find, again, you know, in the certification process, I think it's overwhelming, although it is online and it's streamlined and supposed to be a little bit easier for them to work with. But if they're not aware of the resources that are out there, if I'm not aware of the resources that are out there, it's going to be underutilized. So mainly from SBA, we're just looking at some additional training, getting out there, getting face-to-face, and just a regular communication, letting us know what services and resources are available. In Tennessee, again, in Kingsport, I feel the relationship with SBA has been positive. There's a lot of information, a lot of people still to meet. And again, I think those things are there. We just need the help to discover them. So I'm just asking the committee to please assure, you know, that the small businesses will have equal chance for these contracts, and the way to do that is through training and communication with the client as well as the technical service provider, such as KOSBE. And I hope they keep it up. I'm very pleased with the relationship, and it's a pleasure to be here today. If there are any questions, I'll be happy to have them.